Here I am in the kitchen, very messy and temporary and extremely dusty. Look at these vegetables. It's got a coat of dust on it, it's horrible. I need to. My goal is to get the kitchen dust free within a couple of weeks, and the reason it's so dusty is because this floor is missing. So I've bashed this floor out with picks and hammers, just taking it out, taking all the beams out, all of the plaster, all of the tiles, it's all gone. And now there's just a big hole. I'm going to put in a new floor that's nice and sturdy with new beams and just all new materials. And also one of the problems was the floor here stopped about there. So there was a lip here between the kitchen and this little room here. And so, well, with this big beam here, it was quite annoying because you'd step up onto the floor, onto this floor here, and you bash your head. Yeah, so here I've got some beams in the car. Just drove about 45 minutes with them, and they're sticking all the way through to the front. And I had to take the back seat out. You can see it there. Little bit sketchy, but not really. It was fine. It's a Three Kings day, so the roads are totally quiet. There's no traffic at all, and it's not that heavy. And yeah, now I'm going to unload them and bring them to the house. Oh, okay, here they are at the house. Oh, a little bit out of puff now, but yeah. So those beams are going in here, in this space. All right, let's continue. Right, so I just pulled out this beam, this one here, from up the top. It was rotten through, completely rotten through, and it wasn't doing anything anyway. It was just in here, it went along there, and then along there to the end. You can see I've chopped it off in there, and I've got the first beam in place. It's not leveled and sturdy yet, but it's in place. I'm going to get the next one in now, and then level them out. Right, so there's the second beam in. I had to notch out a fair old chunk so that I could get it level and at the right height, but that's nice, it's in now. I had to do it twice as well, so I cut this one first, did the notch and everything, got it fitted. It was a pain to get it in, and then I realised it's really not straight. I had checked that, but I just didn't realise how much of a problem it would be once it's in. So, don't know if you'll be able to see how wonky that is. But basically it's probably about an inch taller in the middle than it is on either end. So, a bit of a boomerang. And yeah, that would have caused some problems. So I put in a straighter beam here. And I'm going to use this for something else. I'm going to probably cut it around where my foot is there and use it as a cross from here to that post there. And then because it's a lot shorter, the wonkiness won't matter as much. But yeah, now I'm going to do the more complicated part of the floor. These beams are simple. Now I need to put a cross from there over to there, and then another beam from that down into here, and yeah, also fit this. Right, so the third and fourth beams are in. So I just cut this one up and slotted it in, and the small one going across, and this one going across here is currently temporarily just screwed in place, but it will be bolted on with a proper joist hanger at some point. For now it's just there sort of temporarily, as well as the strut underneath there is also kind of temporary as well. You can see it's just on some old bricks. I need to properly find the right level for that and put some bricks under there. But yeah, looking good. I'm going to cut one more for this empty gap here, and then that's all the pieces more or less in place. Right, and there's the last piece in place, this middle bit here. So it's all temporary now. The next step will be to level it all and to get the joist hangers on the joins here, so that it can actually hold weight, because currently you can't walk on it, it'd be dangerous. But yeah, next step, it's looking good. Whew, okay, wow, that was quite demanding, but we got there. So everything's now in place and level and clean and kind of ready to go, really. Yeah, ready to start cementing in the supports. So I'll show you what I've done from the bottom. You can see it's all nicely in place. I'll just run down quickly and show you what I have done down here. So this didn't exist yesterday. Yesterday they were just screwed on with some bits of wood to hold them in place temporarily, but now they're really firmly supported and nicely secured, and they actually look really nice. So we had these old joist hangers kicking around, and I just cut out some of the edges of here at an angle, so that it, you know, the shape of the joist hanger, and then bolted the big fucker on there, excuse my French, a couple of bolts, and then inside here there's two fat screws also going into that from the joist hanger, and then underneath just a couple of screws to keep it in place with some little towels of washers. I might replace this at some point, but this is all I had because the hole in the joist hanger it's about this big, so it's really large hole, so I had to use a load of washers to cover it up. But yeah, it looks good. And then on this one, just whacked a couple of these in for now. I might just leave those, they seem to do the job. And I think when it's all, you know, properly finalised with the actual surface, like, this isn't going anywhere. So just got to be careful where I step, but it's all super solid. I can jump up and down, it's not going anywhere. And then this one, it's a bit wobbly still, but yeah, again, once the actual surface is laid down, all this will be locked into place. And yeah, that's it.